Right then, here we are. It's Friday the 12th of February, the big day. No, I'm not talking 2 days before Valentine's Day, but the launch of the brand new Honda VFR1200. I'm here at Brindley Honda with Lee from Brindley Honda, and my good friend Mick from Tran-Am as well. You'll know from such diaries as the Tran-Am Expo. And this is it. Look at this puppy, the brand new Honda VFR1200, 11596 on the road. It's very futuristic. What do you reckon, guys? Just chirp in whenever you like. I like the styling on it. From the front looks nice, but I think from the side, when you see the kind of curvaceous lines on it, that is...
It's actually a lot smaller than you think.
Yeah.
When you think on the pictures.
Yeah, it does actually come across as being quite big when I've seen it on film and on kind of review stuff. It's quite tidy, isn't it?
As these guys commented, I don't think you're going to find a better bike on the market and a better build quality than this. It's a horrible cliche from Honda. But you just look at it, it's just everywhere, attention to detail.
I'm really liking the exhaust. You've got the little kind of flaps that open in there. So you don't have to get lots of different types of exhaust on there.
They've got ABS, single-sided screen, they've gone back to it now.
And they've got shaft drivers.
Yeah.
It really surprised me, yeah.
Well, they have on the pan European, but
yeah.
Because a lot of people, this sort of style right now, want, aching the BMW, the K12 and the K300S. You can put on a sports bike for the road.
Yeah.
Shaft drive, it's maintenance free. I love it. I love shaft drive.
Now, do you know what? It's as you say, it's less hassle than a chain drive, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? What's it like? Does it affect performance so much? I mean, I've only had a couple of shaft drive bikes.
You do get a little bit of backlash on it, but performance-wise, you lose a little bit. But no worse than a badly adjusted chain.
It looks lovely with the light shining off it like that.
It's paint on the mirrors. It's just the way it's put together. It's just so sumptuous.
It is actually. Like the glitter paintwork on there is gorgeous.
But it's a new type of process on the paint. You have to do a bit more anarchy and look at Honda's website for that.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
That's definitely apparently a new process they use.
Now, what do you reckon, lads? We've been chatting about this. Is this a tourer, a sports bike, or is it a new type of...
It's a road sports bike. It's a sports bike that you can tour on.
Okay.
And you can, if you want to, do track days on it.
It's got 173 BHP, isn't it?
It's not to be sniffed at, is it?
That's a lot, man. 160 mile an hour top speed. It's more than you're ever going to need on the road. It's enough for a track day as well.
You keep up with obviously most people, most vehicles. Much more comfortable position to sit on. So if you are after a bike, it's not going to give you backache. Really tight on the wrists. Still go out there and dice it with some mates that have got to have bigger machines. You're not going to be that far behind. 1200cc V4 engine.
It's always a V4, yeah, of course, yeah.
And a lovely retractable engine.
Yeah.
You've got the Unicam design, so that basically it's got a really good bottom end.
Yeah.
Coupled with a good bit of top speed acceleration. Like you expect when you're on a GSX half hour or 5 days.
I've heard a lot, in fact, reading a lot of early reviews and stuff like that, media pack that came with it. A lot of people say it's very easy to ride fast, you know what I mean? And it's obviously a trend that bikes are coming nowadays, so you have to be an expert to get the most out of them.
It's like a big car, when you're on the motorway,
yeah.
And when you've got a 3 litre V8 thing or whatever, and you're going on the motorway and you're doing 120 and you think, oh, I didn't think I was doing that, and it's very much this, you get on it.
And this gentleman here is on it.
That's it, you're doing some sort of speed on it, and it does everything slowing down for you. It's a very, very easy to ride, and they're all going that way now, manufacturers.
It's a nice comfortable riding position. You can see the guy there, like, he's not too far over, he's not putting the weight through his shoulders.
We were just looking at the fact that it's got a very narrow seat, so if you're quite short, you can get your foot flat. And also, there is a gap between the gear shift and the gear shift and the foot peg to get your leg between. It's very, very thin, so if you're short, you can still ride well.
Which is nice. And I mean, it just looks the part. Can we start it up? Got a little exhaust flap there. That's nice. That does sound good, though. Definitely sounds different, doesn't it? We'll see that in V4, I suppose. Yeah, well, I'm going to be riding it soon. We're going to start up the Fury as well.
Yeah, we're going to start the Fury. This is just completely different. I mean, I've not seen anything like this in the market.
Yeah.
And look at the tank, it's so slim.
Me and Mick have been chatting about that. It's as close as you'll get to a home-built chopper, but made by a Japanese company, so it's going to be reliable.
Isn't it? I mean, huge back end, right? And for the front.
Again, direct drive, but with nice kind of disc brakes, and it's just this is V-twin, obviously. 1300cc. So have a lot of torque. I like the basic kind of like cruiser layout there as well. You got the dials. It's just nice. It's, you got to find when you put the key first.
Is that new in?
It is that new in. It's on the left hand side, so that would be the ignition slot. Oh yeah, just there. So weird. Actually, that's a lot closer. That is a looks great in the front, I think. I'm impressed with that. We were, me and Mick were just saying earlier actually, before we were going to start filming, we were just saying that a lot of bikes, when you're going to get on Japanese cruiser, obviously you can get cans of them, but they do sound quite kind of folkless, but that's got a bit of grunt, isn't it? That's really surprising me.
Now making them sound better.
Yeah.
They've put a lot of defeat device in there, which they really primarily, that's the factory thing you called it in there is basically so that it quiets it down at a certain RPM.
So through town and everything, it's not going to take your head off, but then outside it, it's going to be nice and noisy. No worries, Lee, you've got people to see. So, Mick, what's your impressions? Have you been around as a sidecar racer and ridden pretty much every bike under the sun? What do you reckon, brother?
Yeah, I think that's a good Japanese chopper, isn't it? It's going to go well, it's going to stay together, it's going to have reliability. You just need to set up pipes.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't sound too bad though, but yeah, you want something like louder, you want some screaming eagles or something. But I think you're right, this is, I personally think this is something very distinctive for a Japanese bike. You're saying you're getting a chopper, but with the efficiency, with the actual build quality and everything you'd expect from a Japanese touring. It's just nice and different. And about the VFR, would you buy one of those?
I think you're a sports rider that's going to do some mileage, and that's exactly what we want. I mean, you put it in one, didn't you, that it's got 170 brake horsepower.
Yeah.
It's, if you thought it was an old man's bike, you're wrong.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's exactly that. You could cruise if you had a long distance, couple 100 miles to do nice and easy, or, there's, I think, quotes something like, it's got a range of about 170 miles, which isn't actually bad. A lot of people I know in the media are saying it's less than that, but it's not. And yet, it's got a bit of grunt. We've all been on bikes tours where you just get a little bit bored, because you want a little bit more excitement, a little bit more sport. This seems to have that, man. I'll be riding it the next few days. I'll definitely let you know. Okay, and we felt rude if we didn't cover this other beautiful VFR1200. Now let's just see it from the front. Not only is it beautifully white, and look at that paint detail. You can pick this up on the HD camera. It's the beauty of it. Pearlescent white, but the difference is, as you can see, this one, it's got panniers. Look at that, a sports bike that's really practical as well.
Yes. That's what it is, it's a sports bike, but you can tour on it.
Yeah.
It's not like the old VFR, it's a sports tourer.
Yeah.
Same with sport, real road sport, real road, not arse in the air.
Yeah.
Head down, so it's comfortable. Especially with panniers on it. 27 litre panniers, you can fit a full face helmet in them. They're £700 basically.
Sweet, okay. 500 stock box, and we've actually got behind us as well. I'll have to do a bit of food. So that looks really tiny. A lot of times you see panniers on bikes now. They're just an add-on extension.
The whole construction design is these, rather on the top here with side panels, it slots in underneath.
Yeah, it looks a lot tidier. It looks like it's just an extension of the bike.
It's great, and they've got rubber coat underneath.
Oh, yeah. And there's room for their feet and everything in between. So actually getting a little bit of protection there as well. That's wicked. Okay, and we have to just touch on this because we looked at the other Fury. Look at that, man. That is sparkly. Again, look at the detail on the paint. Beautiful.
I'd have to stress, if you're interested in one of these, come down and have a look, because
better in the flesh.
Do not do it justice.
I mean, that looks lovely, but you know what, I completely agree with you that it's, as I say, if you look at, we'll go from the other side of the tank, and this is 1271 on the road. Look at that again, just look at that lines from the back, so you start on the big fat tyre. Fury.
That's the angle there, isn't it?
You're probably right, actually. Oh my god, yeah, because you're getting actually the line on the tank then as well, with the chrome exhaust. It's a beautiful bike. Right, I've actually got to go and host a band night now. That is, I don't know, man, I like my sports bikes, but I must admit I can see myself cruising on that. That is pretty beautiful. Nice cans on it as well.
You're right in America.
Yeah, you would be actually, you're right. Lee, listen, always a pleasure, brother. Thank you so much for having me down here today. Say goodbye.
Don't say stranger.
Yeah, I won't. I'm going to come and nick these bikes off you. Wicked. Well, that has been the VFR1200 and Fury launch here at Brindley Honda. Nice, hope you enjoyed.